it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. Today I'm here for the Scrapbook Nerd online shop, and I'm going to be creating a quick and easy layout featuring products from Vicki Boutin's Warm Wishes collection. When I say quick and easy, I mean it. If you are short on time, this may be a video for you. Here are the supplies I'll be using, and the last time I checked, the Scrapbook Nerd was very well stocked with this Christmas collection, so I will link up the shop as well as the products I use in the description box below. You're also going to find a link to the Scrapbook Nerd Facebook group friends page along with the Scrapbook Nerd Sketches Instagram account, because there you will find over 150 free Milena Witty Wish sketches. I needed a quick jumping off point for a 5x7 photo today, so I looked there, and believe me, it made my life so much easier. So here's what's on my desk, and I did prepare a frame style foundation page in advance with 3 sheets of paper, and I gutted 2 of them, and there is a tutorial on my channel where I do that, so that will be linked below. You can see the paper that I've gutted from behind my foundation page, and I did actually mat my photo with it. I'm showing you the other papers, including a 6x8 paper pad from this Warm Wishes collection. I have the sketch handy, of course, and in the tray beside me I have a bunch of embellishments. I have ephemera, chipboard, stickers, all kinds of stuff, and you'll see that closer up later on as well. And I do have a die from Elizabeth Craft Designs. It's a planner page. Now the first thing I'm going to do is cut up a bunch of paper to continue preparing my foundation page. And I will put measurements for these page parts on the screen a little bit later on when I place them on my foundation page. Also, I would like to point out that the measurements I put on the screen will be for visible page parts only, because for some of these pieces I will be tucking them underneath. I'll be doing a bit of layering. Anyway, for those pieces I cut them a bit wider, but the measurements will be for visible page parts only. Right now what I'm going to do is cut out a planner page in this paper. It's like a graph paper from this Warm Wishes collection. One side of it is a really cool cut apart sheet full of tags and border strips, and this side has a graph paper, which is great for journaling, so that's what I'm cutting out now. I actually bought 3 of these papers and I'm down to my last one. It's extremely usable. So now you're about to see all of the page parts that I have, and you're going to see that in a moment. I laid them all out for you. So you can see there I have a block, and it is a bit different than the sketch because the paper in the middle that is closest to the photo in the sketch is actually tucked behind the photo, and mine acts more as a larger mat. Anyway, like I said, it was a jumping off point, but you can kind of see how I span out the papers from the middle photo. But when I put that journaling box there, that planner page, for some odd reason it didn't seem right to me. So at that point I decided I was going to move everything over towards the left so that the papers on the right would be wider. For whatever reason, for me, it felt like it supported the journaling box, that planner page, better when those papers were wider. So now that I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to adhere everything to the page. And I did take a pencil just to mark where I wanted to place the pieces, especially that craft colored block in the middle. I started by adhering the block in the middle and then working my way out. But if I were to do this again, I would start on one side, in this case probably on the left side, and then just work my way across to the right. Anyway, so basically, like I said, everything is kind of placed towards the left and gets a little bit wider towards the right, but the positioning from the top of the page and the bottom is more or less centered. Once this gets down, I do adhere my journaling box, and then I adhere my photo. And when I place the journaling box, I make sure that it's adhered a little bit down. I'm just kind of playing with the layers there. I don't want the journaling box to be lined up with all of the other papers. Once this is down, I'm already landed at the part for my embellishing. Like I said, this is such a quick page. So I have everything around me. I showed you I have 2 ephemera packs here. I have a chipboard collection, and I also have a sticker book. So what I'm going to do is work on a main cluster at the bottom right of the photo. That's what you see me doing there with that bingo card, the Christmas tree, and that giant chipboard star. Now what I want to do is create kind of a repetition of that, not the same images, but the same colors up there in the top left. And I want that one to be smaller, less significant, but I definitely want there to be an embellishment cluster there. So eventually there will be a third one to create a visual triangle, but it's just going to be a small hint of an embellishment cluster. So at this point, I start to slow down because that's just the way I've been working this month. I have been riddled with indecision when it comes to creating my pages, and I've been working my way through it. But I must say, this one compared to the other ones did come together quicker. So now that I've decided upon the main embellishment pieces, I've stopped to just adhere them, and then I will come in and do some finishing touches. I do end up adhering those tags there in the top left, and I do like how that looks, but that ends up getting switched up a little bit later on. Like I said, that's just the way I've been working this month, quite a bit actually. My title is going to be quite simple. It's going to be an ephemera piece that says Hello December. That's what you see me adhering right now. So it kind of overlaps that star. And the piece that goes off of the star, I added a bit of foam adhesive there just to make sure the title was at the same level as the star. So now I'm going to adhere those tags there in the top left, but like I mentioned earlier, that does get switched up a bit. Once again, I'm working with the layers there. So one of the tags is going behind that craft colored block, and another one is going to go behind the photo. So just working a little bit with the layers there and keeping it simple. These embellishment pieces are quite big, so you, in my opinion anyway, you don't need a whole lot of them. Once this is down, I am going to want to come in and do some finishing touches. And the one thing that's kind of screaming out at me is that red title piece in the bottom right. I want a repetition of that red in the top left. So I get out the sticker book. I find myself a sticker with some poinsettias. I tuck it in one of the layers there. It stays there for a while, but I don't actually like it. At this point, I decide to go forward and add some reinforcers to the tag. So I get out a hole punch and a 1/2-inch circle punch with a scrap of paper from this collection, and I made some green reinforcers. I thought about using some twine there, and then I ended up punching out just plain 1/2-inch circles, thinking of putting a little enamel dot in the middle. So I found some enamel dots from my stash. I have colored ones, but I did have metallic ones, so I ended up putting metallic ones in there. But I'm still not satisfied at this point. I want some red, and I'm not really liking those poinsettias there. So at one point, probably very soon, you're going to see me pull up those tags, and I end up finding myself another piece of ephemera. And in that ephemera pack, there's like this letter to Santa. That's what you see me tucking in right now. And on that letter, there's a poinsettia. So there's a little hint of red. And for whatever reason, even though I do think those tags look nice, at this point in my process, I preferred this letter there. So that went there. And I also ended up putting another chipboard star up there in the corner. At this point, I do want a hint of something in that tab area above the journaling box. And I ended up finding a sticker. It is a tab sticker. It says cheers, but it didn't really fit with my planner page tab. So I ended up taking my scissors, cutting off the tab, and just adding the word cheers. I do want something else there above the journaling box, but I'm not quite sure what. I do know I want it to be very subtle, but I wanted something else. And all I ended up doing off camera was adding a few more stickers behind that tab that says cheers. In that sticker book, there were more tabs, so I added a red one, and I added a white and gold label from that same sticker book. And of course, I did my journaling. So that was it. This page came together super, super quickly. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the Scrapbook Nerd YouTube channel, we would be absolutely thrilled if you did. We have a very active design team and we're posting videos all the time. The same thing for my channel, Scrapbooking Quebec. If you haven't subscribed, I would be absolutely thrilled if you did. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the Scrapbook Nerd online shop. We have tons of beautiful supplies there. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon on YouTube. Bye-bye.